Hi everybody, it's Sweta, and I'm going to define for you what it means to be a good girl. But before I go on and do that, I want to just share with you this really cool story. When I was trying to decide, like, who's my tribe? Who do I really want to support and serve? This idea, this archetype of the hardworking good girl kept coming up. But there was this voice inside of me that was like, well, what if, my people don't identify, they don't, say that they're a good girl. And maybe I should have something a little bit more obvious, like women of color or moms. But the thing was that anytime I tried to do that, it just felt like it didn't feel right. It felt like I was actually isolating the people, my tribe. And so finally, I decided that I'm sticking to it. This is who I want to work with because this group, hardworking good girl, is the best term that defines my people. And part of my signature system, Creative Solutions, is that when you get clear and you accept what you want, things start coming to you. And that's exactly what happened. As soon as I finally said, okay, this is who I'm committing to, I put it up on my website. The next day I went across my bookshelf and I come across this book here by one of my mentors, Reform Your Inner Mean Girls, by Christine Rilo, my mentor, and her co-author, Amy Ehlers. And in this book, it defines 13 archetypes of these inner sabotage that's in your head that tries to suppress you. And wouldn't you know it, one of them is the good girl. And so I'm just going to read it to you because when I read it, I was like, oh my God, yes, this is so affirming. This is exactly who I want to serve. So here is the definition of a good girl. Meet your inner people pleaser. She's desperately afraid that no one will like her if she doesn't do what people expect of her, say the right thing, or sacrifice herself. Her job is to make sure you behave according to the good girl rules, which of course are really big fat lies, including good girls give to others before taking care of themselves. Good girls don't rock the boat, big one for me. Good girls never say anything controversial that could be offensive. And good girls never say, good girls always say yes to helping others, even when their cup is empty and they have nothing left to give. She makes you believe that doing things for others from obligation, guilt, and loyalty to the detriment of yourself is normal. She makes you do things because it's the right thing to do, even if it's not right for you. Always putting others first. She doesn't know how to keep healthy boundaries and will tell you to give everything away, your time, your money, and your energy. Now, here are her weapons. The good girl mask. The good girls look innocent, sweet, and good on the outside, but it's all a facade to make everyone believe that you are a good girl. Caring, loving, giving, always doing what is right. Never thinking about yourself, only other people. The good girl IMG doesn't want anyone to see what is really behind that mask. Be that feelings of anger or a wild woman rebel. By the way, I'm wearing leopard tights underneath this. She keeps you smiling even when you are seething underneath. The people-pleasing meter. The good girl is addicted to pleasing others, so she's constantly scanning for what other people need, driving you to make choices based on what will serve others, not you. She drives you to please others, but rarely allows you to think about what would please you or to act in a self-serving way without feeling guilty as a result. Oh my God. When I was, again, trying to think of who I want to serve, those were the words that just kept on coming up. Obligation, loyalty, guilt. And so here, this is just a big fat affirmation for me that I'm here to serve you if you can relate to that definition. I just want you to know, number one, you are not alone. And I want you to know, number two, there is a way for you to get what you want without having to sacrifice your relationships or your connection to your coworkers or to your family members, because I know that's important to you. And you also don't have to sacrifice your place in society. So just look around my website because I want to serve you and support you. And whether that's through one-on-one coaching or one of my free online workshops, or even if it's just through my blog, I just want you to know that this is a home for you to be able to give permission to yourself to do you and get the support you want to take any change that you feel scared to take without having to sacrifice or abandon your responsibilities. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I really, really hope that one day we get to connect.
Hasta luego.